It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Saints. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Third and short. Purdy. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's going to run it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw on first down is Purdy. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he will score. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. His kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Purdy works out of the pistol. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw again with Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Back to the air is Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. So Kittle comes in motion. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Moody's kick is good, and the Niners will extend to a 10-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The 49ers offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They need 2. Here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They're going to go right back to Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
1st and 10 for Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 10-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you got the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Slot receiver headed right. A 1st down throw for Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Third and short. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers will open up a 13-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His pass taken in by Shaheed.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Kamara. Second down and 8. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that 1st down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And that'll move the sticks. That's a first down. Down to the 45-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. He'll dodge one would-be tackle. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now this time they'll look to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Kamara. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he will dive into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Saints are on the board. It's now 13-7. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Justin Reed that time with the tight coverage and the good hands.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is hard. And he will score. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. It's up and through. The Saints move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Purdy on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's close to a 1st down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. So, Kittle comes in motion. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, 49ers.
So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. He'll manage only a couple. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. We need 2. Here's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, 49ers.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Throwing again is Purdy. To the goal line and in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will open up a 6-point lead.
Saints 14.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. The left side into the hands of Olave. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. Cooks going in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Got it into the hands of Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. This one is caught by Moreau. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but
under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints. A field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll let it go deep left sideline. He's got it! And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and Chris Olave getting ready for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. It's a give now to Kamara. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. Open man is Jennings. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed left. Here comes the jet sweep. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Purdy works out of the pistol. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I like the element of surprise here, Mike. It seemed like everyone was so keyed elsewhere on the play that nobody even gave a thought to him potentially getting the run. Didn't take him long to see he was going to be able to clearly pick up that first down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
So Kittle comes in motion. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will extend this third quarter lead.
Saints 17.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Saints lining up in punt formation as he's standing right around his own goal line. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. They'll send a tight end in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Purdy now on second down. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain of 15 and a first down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And forget the pylon. He's not even close. He's going to be run out back at the 4.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Again in the air for Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers tack on one more to their lead.
Saints 17.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Shaheed now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2. A run here with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side to Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Olave is the motion man. They'll look to throw here on first down. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll throw out of the gun. This one is caught by Moreau. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. Second down and 3. It'll be a run out of the gun with Kamara. He is in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Mario Davis there on the play. Second down and 8. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Third down. Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
A first down throw for Purdy. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
They send him right out of the slot. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing again is Purdy. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. On the handoff, McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll send the tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Niners will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Shaheed now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Got it into the hands of Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, New Orleans.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, but he realized there was probably no opportunity to come away with the interception. Next best thing, get your hand on it, break up the pass, put an end to that play pretty quick.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Buster Moreau. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball?
Point. He's got it. And the Saints are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's caught by McCaffrey. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Saints offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Kamara. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he lowers the shoulder. A gain of about 3. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. Kamara got a first down, still going. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
In motion is Hill. On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he goes out of bounds at the 3. And from there, it's going to be 1st and goal.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field. Simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
They'll run here with Kamara. And he will score again. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. The game-time touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
1st and 10. Purdy. Throwing the out route, and Ayuk has him.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So Kittle comes in motion. Finding his tight end, Farrell. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. He's going to have a Niners first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, 39.
Purdy works out of the pistol. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now it's McCaffrey. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's got his man, complete to Pearsall.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. To throw on first down is Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone yet again. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Again in the air for Purdy. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
So they decided to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. It's second down. Throwing now from the gun. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
The best guys I've been around, like, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll look to throw. Throughout, another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. There's that man again, another catch. Saints going to use their second timeout. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now, 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. They're called in at the 2. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now out comes the offense led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Here is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's to his tight end, Kittle. To the 20. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one downfield, complete to Cooks. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's first down. Here's Purdy again. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete. But it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to force overtime. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He'll set up the screen here to Pearsall. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string them out wide, nowhere to cut. Take them down for a loss.
They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. First down and more inside the 15. And he's got another one. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Left side into the hands of Olave. And that's going to do it. It'll put him over 200 receiving yards in the game. What a performance. That grab also comes with a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same.
And it's intercepted. That ought to seal it. Picked off by Jair Brown. And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.